It's a hot day, guys. What a hot, hot day. Man, we've been getting some hot days. Woo, woo. Let me get into this story, guys. You know, I want to tell you guys that being alone might be boring, but sometimes, you know what? This is what I truly believe about being alone. Being alone can be a blessing in disguise because the older that I get, guys, I'm telling you, I'm just seeing how wicked and evil people are. You know, people are just so wicked and evil, man, full of the devil, man. And I see it the older I get. People are just full of the devil, man. People are wicked. This is why I say, guys, being alone is not necessarily a bad thing. Being alone can save you a lot of heartache and pain, and it can save you from a lot of turmoil. Let's get into this story, guys. This is the story of Kamisha Bailey, a devoted mother, a devoted 32-year-old mother whose life was tragically cut short. Kamisha was married to 27-year-old Shaquille Beasley, and on social media they appeared to have the perfect marriage. But behind closed doors of her Sacramento apartment, a storm was brewing. The man she trusted the most would ultimately become her killer. You know what, guys? How many of you guys are familiar with these types of stories? We hear about it over and over again. You hear the same story, guys, over and over again. These stories, they always, notice every one of these news stories that I do, notice they always end the same. That ought to tell you something. Every news story that I do, guys, it always ends the same. The woman always getting killed by the man that she married. And I'm just here to tell you guys that being alone, see, when stories like this hit, guys, it just goes to show you that being alone is one of the best things that could ever happen to you, because you just never know what a person's agenda is. Like, I never realized, guys, how wicked and evil people are. I never realized how wicked and evil people are, man. People are evil. And the older that I get, I see it more than ever. People are evil. And being around the wrong types of people can cost you your life. This woman was with a man that she loved, a man that she trusted, and he annihilated her. He ended her. This is why, guys, I don't give people the benefit of a doubt anymore. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that people are evil. People are evil, and people will end you. This is why I don't trust nobody. I don't trust nobody. And I'm seeing that being alone is not necessarily a bad thing. Being alone is a good thing, because you just never know who you're dealing with. An Alfa Romeo Stelvio just rolled by. You just never know who you're dealing with when you deal with people, guys. You got to be very, very careful when it comes to dealing with folks. You know, I'm skeptical of people. And in my formative years, I wish I would have been more skeptical with people, because it would have saved me a lot of heartache and pain. But I am truly skeptical of people because I understand how wicked people are. I understand the acrobatics that people can put on. People are very good at pretending and wearing that fake mask, and then when they get behind closed doors, they say what they really feel. People are evil. This woman's life was taken by a man that she trusted. But you know, this just go to show you that women always trust in the devil. Women always trust in the devil. And this is why I say, guys, regardless of what any woman may say, women are all wired the same way. Regardless of what ethnicity they may be, women are all the same, guys. They're all shallow. They're all superficial. Women are all the same. They're all the same. Women try to make it seem like they're different or they're not all the same, but they're all the same, because every one of these news stories that I do, it always ends in tragedy. It always ends the same. Notice how every one of these news stories I do, notice that it always ends the same. It always ends the same way. So you got to figure, if every news story that I cover ends the same way, what does that tell you? What does that tell you if every story that I do ends the same way? It always ends in tragedy, a woman losing her life, you know, kids growing up with no mother, no father. It always ends the same. And this is why I say, guys, when it comes to dealing with people, I don't trust people, because I know that people are fake and people are full of it. I don't trust people. There are stories of people who've been killed by their own relatives. So that just go to show you can't trust nobody. I mean, women, they're gonna always go for the guy that, they're attracted to, They're gonna always go for the dude, that's loaded with money. They're gonna always go for the dude that's famous. That's just the way women are wired. Women are all wired the same, A lot of women try to say that not all of us are the same, but they all the same, man. Because when you got news stories like this that always end the same, woman in love with a guy, he ends up killing her, and the cycle just repeats itself over and over. Stories like this prove that all women are the same. They are the same. I used to want to believe that women were different, that all women were different, but no, not all women are different. Women are all the same. They're all the same. I feel the only reason why men get married, and this is the only reason why I would marry a woman, is for sex. That's the only reason why I would wife up a female, for sex, to get my sausage wet. That's a valid reason to put a ring on a woman's finger and get married, for sex. So you can bang that drum every night, Because I believe that's the only reason why men get married anyway. It's all about sex. It's all about getting your sausage wet. That's what it's all about in the end, in the grand scheme of things. These children are going to grow up with no mother, no father, just like in every one of these news stories. Another broken family, another broken home, and this cycle just repeats itself. But do I feel, her husband, he seemed like he was kind of a reformed type of dude, kind of rough around the edges, but reformed. He changed his ways or whatnot. But, like I say, guys, these stories are going to always end the same. Always going to end with the woman getting killed by the so-called man that she loved. But what can you say, guys? I just like doing these news stories because it's proven everything that I say in every one of my presentations. My mother's still trying to convince me that all women are not the same. Here I am, a 30-some-year-old man, and my mother's still trying to convince me that all women are not wired the same way. Well, if all women are not wired the same way, how come I don't have a wife? How come many other men don't have wives? If all women are not wired the same way. Because see, a lot of these men that women give their all to, in most cases, these are men that don't even care nothing about these women. These are men that don't even give women nothing. A lot of these dudes, and that's the one thing that's always tripped me out. A lot of the men that women are so engulfed with, that women are so infatuated with, these are the dudes who don't provide nothing for them. These are the dudes who play video games all day, smoke blunts all day, emotionally unavailable, not doing nothing with his life, but the woman continues to stick around and be with this guy. These are those guys. It's crazy how women always devote themselves to the worst of the worst, you know? And that's the pattern that I see. A lot of the men that these women are attracted to, a lot of the men that women get with, these are not men who are giving them the world. Like I stated, guys, I'm the type of man who will give a woman the world. A lot of these men that women be attracted to, in most cases, a lot of these dudes are broke. They don't have nothing. In most cases, a lot of these men are broke. They don't have anything. They don't have a pot to piss out of. But these women will give their all to these men. And I just noticed that. I noticed that men who are sought after by women, a lot of these men, they don't have nothing. The only thing is that women find them attractive. These men don't have anything, you know? Meanwhile, you got guys like myself, you got other guys who would literally give a woman the world. I'm the type of man, if I had the money, I'd buy a woman a brand new car. I'd buy a woman a brand new house. I'd take a woman to Tiffany & Co. and put a big fat diamond ring on her finger from Tiffany. See, that's the type of man that I am. But see, a lot of these dudes that these women are so attracted to, a lot of these men that these women get so wet in their panties for, these dudes are broke. The only thing they got going for them is they got sex appeal. Oh, whoop-de-doo, the woman found him attractive. But the dude is unemployed, he doesn't have nothing. He can't provide anything of financial value, you know? I mean, that just go to show you the shallow nature of women, guys. But that's why I say these stories prove my point. That's why I love doing these news stories. But, you know, they say this guy was a good father. Perhaps he was a good father to these children. Perhaps he was, you know? But in most cases, most of the guys that these women are married to and in relationships with, in most cases, these women, in most cases, the men that these women are attracted to and in love with, they not good fathers and they not good husbands. They not good role models at all. But you guys leave your comments. Let me know what you think about this presentation. Make sure you support the content. And I will talk to you guys very soon. Happy Wednesday. Peace out.